Okay, everybody, we're gonna get started. We have waiting for some more people to show up today. So, welcome to the for orientation. My name is Judy Young. I'm the director of the I've been on the program for 35 years. I've done a lot of summer programs with students. So, okay, one forward.
Yes, I can.
Can people online hear me?
It's hard to hear you.
It is hard to hear.
Michelle.
Okay, how about now?
I can hear.
Okay,
We're good.
I'll stand right here then. All right. So welcome. As I said, I'm Judy Young, the program director, and over here we have.
Hello. Hi everyone, my name is Kashi Tao and I am the program advisor. I was the former academic coordinator.
Yes, and then Cindy Jordan, some of you met, she's our office guru, so she's a lot of behind the scenes work for us. And we're currently recruiting for another position. She's looked over the academic part of the program advisor position. Now we're recruiting to fill her position. So, yeah. All right, so Upward Bound, for those of you who don't know, we are actually a program that runs year round. We don't just run the summer program. So during the whole school year, these are just some of the things that we do with our students. So we go on college visits, we run workshops every fall and spring. We have monthly meetings with the student at school. We have an online tutoring service that we give our students 24 access. It's called tutor.com. It's a nice service for our students to have free access to tutoring. All right, and of course, the summer program, this is what I call the potatoes of our program. For those of you who were listening to our recruitment presentation at school. So we have a 1-week freshman focus experience. That's for everybody who's currently in grade, going to be ninth grader in the fall. The 1-week experience is getting used to for example, going from home and non-infant. You get a one-time stipend, you get some free meals, you go on a lot of activities, you get these down the road here. We used to be in 9th through 12, 9th to 11th later, you spend 5 weeks on the campus. So, and again, that's all the things we do to students, and they can earn $20 a week for doing what they need to be doing. All right. This is our resident hall staff. Behind me here, we have Chloe. She's going to be our healthcare person in the summer. She's actually a former Upward Bounder, as is Pachi. So, promoting that the program works. And then Megan's gonna be a health director, and then these other people that are gonna be living in the residence hall.
All right, we're gonna go over health check-in and conduct. So Cindy probably talked to you guys about our plan Camp Doc. This is our online platform for creating a health profile for your students. We do have instructions if you need them. Excuse me. So if you have not already done so, please make sure to complete your Camp Doc profile for your student. Please decline any extra options for insurance or add-ons that cost money. You should not have to pay for anything. And we do have some common issues, so we're going to quickly go over them. The first one, if you can't find Upward Bound, just make sure you scroll all the way down. We're kind of lower on the drop-down menu. And then if you are a returning student, please make sure you're using the same email that you originally created your account with. If you need immunization information, you can find that on the Wisconsin Immunization Registry. If your child has asthma, make sure you complete a asthma care plan. And then any updates can be made at any time from now until summer. Even while your student is with us in the summer program, you can still make any changes that you need. Because we are not the only program that uses Camp Doc, you can just say no to athletics and music. For any grant-based program questions, you can also put no. And then for travel, put yes, because that'll allow us to transport your student from field trips and such. All right, we're going to move on to communicable disease and COVID symptoms. So when your student shows signs of illness or any communicable diseases, we will notify the parent or guardian. We will also administer a COVID test If they have any symptoms, we will seek medical attention at urgent care if we need to. And then you can always come and pick up your student if you want to as well. If the student has an injury that requires an emergency or an urgent care visit, we will definitely contact the parent or guardians. We will provide updates, and then again, if necessary, you can come pick up your student. And a full communicable policy can be found on our website. I'll show you guys our website later.
Okay, of course, I'm very accident insurance for students, so let's say the students are outside playing volleyball, and your student like falls on the sand, and they put something on, then it's care to like an X-ray or something. First of all, we're calling to say, is that okay? You have the option to decide to come and get your student and do it yourself, or we can take them to urgent care. That's where we have all the information, so we know what the student's health history is. And then there's some insurance claim forms that we would, that they send out to parents and guardians, so you would have to do that. Okay, so just some general healthcare questions. So prescription medication, when your student comes to the summer program, are they not allowed any over the counter or prescription medications with them? That's a state law, it's not our rule. So when you check in on the first day, you will be coming to our health office. And Chloe here will be verifying all your medications, reporting when they need to take them and so forth. And then when your student needs to have that medication, they will come down at the health office or whatever time they need to. So they must be in the original prescription container. So please don't bring them like in a pillowcase or a Ziploc bag. We need to make sure that they're in the regular prescription bottle. And then if the student requires an EpiPen or inhaler, they can actually keep those on their person. And then if medication should ever start running out, Chloe usually contacts the parent and says, hey, we're running low on whatever medication. The parent can give that to us. We cannot go to a pharmacy on behalf of the student and get it, so you'd have to take care of that. And then if anything changes, like let's say your student, we have some students who are like on BBB medication, they might change their dosage in the summer or go off of it. So if anything changes between when they start or when our program is going, you can always go into the docket. Change our prescription or let us know. Let's see. As we said, we will take a student here if we need to. If your child has, like, let's say, your student already has COVID and we do a COVID test and they're positive, we do not have to send them home. And certainly the option to go home if they want to, but they can, we like, they feel okay, they can just resume normal activity, but they need to wear this mask. So, but you're welcome to, like, if that happens, if they go home if they want to.
And Judy, our online audience can't really hear us, so if we can speak closer to our mic.
Okay, I'll try to stand over here.
All right, time for Kahoot. If you have your phone and you would like to play Kahoot, it's only 5 questions, so we're gonna do that super quick. Online audience, feel free to play as well. All right, let's see who was listening. Just kidding. Let's log in. All right, I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes, like 1 minute to join. You can either scan the QR code or put in the game pin. Wow. Yeah. Chrissy, wake up is what it says here. All right, couple more seconds. Are we waiting for anyone?
Can you just give us a second? It keeps picking up her picture instead of the QR code.
983-3299. All right, 10 more seconds. Oh, we do have prizes, don't we?
Yep.
Yes. And if you're online, we will mail it to you or I'll bring it to you at a school visit. All right, we're gonna go. Are we ready to go? Hopefully. All right, let's start. Which of these is not the name of an Upward Bound office staff member? Good job. That's Jerry. Nice, Brad. True or false? When in Camp Doc, you should pay for any optional extra insurance or add-ons that you think will be helpful. It is false. Good job. Ooh, Camden at the top now. Okay. It's okay for students to keep their own medications with them as long as it is over-the-counter medication. True or false? That is false. Camden's still at the top.
Hey, when you bring your medications, how should they be packaged?
Yeah, please bring them in the original container. All right, last question. Oh, Jace at the top. Nice.
What is the name of the online platform where the student's health information is stored?
Oh, that's okay. Yes, it is Camp Doc. All right, let's see who's top three. Oh, top. Heather. Noel. And who's at the top? Danny. Is Danny here in person? No, okay. Danny, I will bring you the present when I come on Friday. All right, thanks everyone. All right, let's get back to our orientation.
Okay. So, we will be mailing information to everybody about the check-ins. You don't have to memorize everything that's on the screen right now, but basically when a student arrives to Hanson Hall, they'll stop in the lobby, to check off any forms that they need to complete, to look at a backpack and a lanyard and a DeBoe dining room. DeBoe is the dining hall that we eat at. And then they'll go to the health office to turn in any medications, update any Camp Doc information if necessary. Then they'll go to the front desk to get a room key, and then they'll move their belongings into their room. So students attending the 5-week, after you do step 5, you'll go down in the basement and get an iPad checkout. So, and we'll have carts and staff on the hand to help you move things in. There is an elevator in the residence hall. So, just to clarify a little bit of something, about medications, your student will have an individual Ziploc bag that we put all their medications in, so we know who's and all those kinds of things. So, and you can bring over-the-counter medications for your student. Like if they prefer, a certain kind of Tylenol over something else, you can bring that. We'll just keep it in the health office for them with their name on it. So, we do keep our own supply of first aid supplies and a whole slew of over-the-counter medications, cough drops, cough syrup, anything like that. Ibuprofen, all those kinds of things. So, yeah. Okay. Code of conduct. This is always the fun stuff, right? So on the first night of the summer program, for each summer programs, we will go through all the rules in more detail. When you were admitted to the program, you got that nice 6-page list of rules everybody read from, you know, word to word, and they have them all memorized now, right? So just some general things we want you to keep in mind as we go out through the summer. Be on time. It's just important. We're trying to teach your student how to be responsible and independent, so be on time for things. So for instance, like study session runs from 3:20 to 4:50 every day. We need students in where they need to be at 3:20, not like wandering around at 3:20, like, where's my book, where's my pen, where's this? So just be on time for things. Be respectful of everyone, staff, the campus community, each other. That's really important. We're all gonna be living together for the summer, so we wanna make sure everybody has a good time. Academic honesty, so cheating, plagiarism, does anybody know what plagiarism means? I know there's a lot of AI stuff now, so it's not allowed and considered serious offenses. Complete and submit homework. We're gonna get to that in a little bit, but it's not gonna be overwhelming where you can't do it. So I don't want anybody here getting all worried and I can't do it. You can do it. You would be sitting in this room if we didn't think you could do it. All right, if you receive a behavior report from a teacher due to later missing work, you may have money deducted from your weekly stipend, and we'll talk about that a little bit, that you can earn up to $20 a week, so. All right, we are an academic program first and foremost. We're trying to get you to go to college someday, right? Plan for your future. We do a ton of fun stuff, but we put a priority on your schoolwork and your academic skill development, so that's always gonna take a priority. And then you must follow the residence hall rules, which we will go through in more detail when we get to summer, the first night that we're there. And the full code of conduct will be in a student handbook that you will all receive, and it will be on the UB summer website. All right, dress code. Nothing too earth-shattering here. Basic guiding principle is what is appropriate for an educational setting. Everything everybody's wearing in here is perfectly fine to wear to summer session. It should cover undergarments and your midriff. We don't want students wearing fashion that displays violent language or images, images or language depicting drugs or alcohol, or any other legal activity, hate speech, profanity, pornography, images or language that creates a hostile or intimidating environment for anyone. Any clothing that reveals visible undergarments with the exception of a bra strap. I know it's really difficult sometimes to find fashion that doesn't, you know, shirts a certain length or whatever, but we just don't want undergarment showing, but you know, like a bra strap under a tank top is totally fine. Dress or accessories that indicates gang or similar affiliations. That checklist of items to bring that you got at the check-in out here does have the full dress code on it. And again, it will be in the student handbook that you get for the summer too.
All right, let's talk about the fun stuff. Schedule, stipends, and timelines. So if you are an incoming freshman or coming to our freshman focus this summer, this is what you will be doing. I'm not going to read everything, but you can see Monday through Thursday, we have a lot of classes. So you're in classes for 3 hours. We have lunch, and then in the afternoon, you have something called Step Up Your STEM. We do a lot of science-related activities. And then in the evenings, you have dinner, and after dinner, we usually have a planned activity for you to do. It doesn't take 3 or 2 hours, so you will have a little bit of free time in there. But this is your schedule. On Friday, we're gonna go to Green Bay. We're gonna visit the new zoo and also Bay Beach, so I'm excited for that. And then on Saturday, we have a short recognition brunch, and the students check out before noon, so.
Just a note about that recognition brunch, we will have, when we send out the check-in information to the freshmen, there'll be a flyer in there about the brunch for parents to sign up if they can attend that. So.
Yes, and this is also on the website. I keep talking about our website. I will show you guys at the end. This is what the summer session class schedule looks like, the daily class schedule for those of you that are coming to the 5-week. So in the morning, you have a grab and go breakfast. you have 2 hours of classes, then lunch, and then after lunch, you have 2 classes. After those, you have E and V. It's called Energize and Vitalize. All the students just get to run around and kind of release some energy. And then we have study session. All the students are in their dorm rooms and they're doing their homework. If you don't have homework, you have to work on something quietly. Again, in your rooms. After that, we have dinner, and then again in the evening, we usually have some planned activity for the students and free time. Then we have floor time, which is a time where you have to be on your floor. And then lights out is at 10. And although we call it lights out, we don't actually turn off the lights. All the students just have to be quiet on their hall and get ready for bed. And if you're coming to our 5 weeks, so that's our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, this is your schedule. Well, everything in the purple, this is all the freshman stuff. But if you are coming to 5 week, you move in on the 23rd. We have a lot of fun activities planned every night. Our first field trip is to Appleton. We're gonna go watch a baseball game. Then we go to Oldville, Wisconsin on Saturday. This is also on our website as well. So sorry if I moved the screen and you couldn't take a picture. And then we do have a holiday break, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. The last day of classes is on the 24th of July, and then we have an awards banquet. After that, we take a group, of 20 students on a field trip to St. Louis, Missouri, and we usually take upperclassmen. We also take students within the upperclassmen that come to school visits, have good grades all year round, participate in our activities, and all that stuff. So it pays to join and come to our activities. Stipend deduction. So students can earn up to $20 each week when they are with us. And they usually pick them up. You have to be here in order to get your stipend. So if you have to leave for an appointment or something, you won't be able to get it. And then we do have deductions for various infractions. Some common ones are not completing their homework or violating the code of conduct or any actions deemed inappropriate by the Upward Bound staff. And then we will have a full stipend policy that we'll go over with the students on the first night as well. If you lose your room key, that's an automatic $20. It actually costs more than $20, but we cover the rest. So we just take your stipend. These are just some of our general discipline policies. Just be kind to everyone. We're all here to learn and have a good time. So yeah, just most of them, sometimes it's students using their phones during the speaker. So we'll just take your phone away. We do not tolerate drugs, alcohol, or vape pens. So please don't bring those, or you shouldn't have those. And then no bowling, keep drama to a minimum. We have visitor rules that we'll go over in a little bit. But yeah, just be kind and have a good time.
Yeah, for the parents and guardians out there, we don't call you like those, we don't call you and say, oh, Susie did this, and they did that. So if you get a phone call from our hall director, somebody, it might be because they got injured or sick, or it's gone beyond the point where our traditional need to change your behavior and habits aren't working. But generally, we're not gonna let you parents in unless it's something major.
Yes, we do have a holiday break on July 3rd at 4 p.m. So after classes on that Wednesday, I believe, all the way until 4 p.m. on July 7th. So the hall opens back at 4 p.m. on the 7th. If you want to come back later, then you can, but we are just giving the students dinner at 5. So if you want dinner, then you have to come back before 4:30. We have a sign in and sign out online form for students and parents to fill out for when they're going to be gone. So please make sure you fill out that form. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. If you are leaving during the week, you have to fill out the form at least 24 hours in advance, just so that we'll know where your student is going to be. If you want to leave on the weekend, you have to fill out the form before that Wednesday. And then students can only leave with whoever is on the transportation permission slip. So Cindy has those if you need them. Yep, they're also on the website as well.
The reason why we have that policy is because a lot of the times, places are requiring us to purchase tickets ahead of time for things, and so we'll buy like 60 tickets. Well, and if your student's not coming, or now we had to spend money and now they're not here, so we're just trying to like minimize the losses that way. So like if you know you're gonna be gone, like Saturday, my mom's coming to pick me up because we got to go to a wedding, that's fine. Just fill out that form that's on that little QR code half sheet that we gave you and just say, I'm picking up my student at this time. We'll be returning about this time. We understand emergencies happen, like if there's a death in the family, that's totally acceptable, but, if at all possible, if you know in advance, like we have a dentist appointment on this day, fill out that form now. And then we can kind of know what to plan ahead for those kinds of things.
Yeah, so this is the address of our residence hall this summer. We're gonna be at Hanson Hall. If you need to send any packages to your students, or if you wanna order anything to the summer session, you can use this address right here, and it's gonna come to our Upward Bound office. This is also on the half sheet that Cindy has, so if you guys need it, we can give it to you guys. Yes, okay, awesome. And then if you need to contact your student during the summer at all, you can call our hall director, Megan Milky, at this number right here, again on that half sheet. And you can scan the QR codes to get to the website or the checkout form, but again, it's also on our website. Yes, option 2 for the summer.
Yeah, we just switched to Teams calling, so, there's like different options to get this person, that person, I apologize, but that's the easiest way to do things now. All right, so a little bit about Hanson Residence Hall. This is what it looks like. The little floor plan there, you can see every room gets 2 desks, 2 chairs, 2 beds, 2 dressers, 2 closets, 2 mirrors. It's a nice little cozy space. You are welcome to bring whatever other items you want to make yourself cozy. Freshman, you're only there for a week, so I don't recommend, you can if you want, but like bring like little mini fridges and stuff like that. You're there kind of a short time, so I don't know if you want to follow that stuff back and forth. Students bring, like I said, mini fridges. Sometimes they bring a microwave. Sometimes they bring posters and little decorative things if they want to, with that. So, all right. Oh, and don't forget, every year, so students will get a room key every year. It's easy to lock yourself out of your room, for instance, and of course we'll let you back in, but also keep track of your key. You're gonna get a lanyard. If you don't like wearing lanyards, put it on some kind of keychain that you like and remember. It's really easy to, like, I'm going to play volleyball, I put my keys down, then I forget to pick them back up, and now I don't know what my key is, so. And also to make sure that you lock your room, because as much as we want to say we're all a family in Upward Bound, which we can't be responsible for anything getting stolen or lost or broken in there. So just make sure you lock your room behind you and tell your roommate to do that as well, just for security purposes. All right, food, one of my favorite subjects. So all your meals are provided by Upward Bound. So in the morning, we have what's called grab and go breakfast that's in the residence hall. This year we're gonna require students to eat breakfast or grab something for breakfast. Then we have lunch, and that's an Upward DeBow, that's a dining hall on campus. And then dinner is also an Upward DeBow or a field trip. You'll get a little dining wristband. It's like a plastic little wristband thing. That's your access to the residence hall or to the dining hall. So, and then in the basement every night at some point, either before study session, after, I don't know when you normally do snack, but we'll have a snack for students as well, because they're eating dinner at like 5 o'clock. So that's kind of a long haul for the evening. Laundry facilities are in the lower residence hall in the basement area. It is free. Upward Bound pays the cost of that to the university. So we will have designated laundry days on the calendar. If you need to do laundry more often than what we have on the schedule, we can talk to a staff member, and there's a laundromat that's not that close, not that far from the campus, so we can maybe take some students to as well. You can't do laundry during study session times, obviously, or like a certain time before bedtime, because if you have to be on your floor by 9:30, you started a load of wash at 9, it's sitting there till tomorrow morning, so you don't want to do that. And then we do provide laundry detergent and dryer sheets and those kind of things, but you're welcome to bring your own as well if there's a special kind you like to use. All right, Allen Fitness Center. This is a workout area. It's in the Allen Center on campus. So if you are attending the 5-week session, you will have the opportunity to be able to work out if you want. It's got like a full, like a gym. So it's really awesome. That's free to students, but you do need to fill out a permission slip for that because you're under 18. Yes.
Tonight, I'll take it.
Okay. Yep. If you want to fill that out tonight, otherwise you can turn it in on day of check-in, or you can mail it back to us. And we'll have them also at check-in in case you somehow lose it between here and there. All right, do you want to do visitor?
Yeah, so students may have visitors during free times only. So that's after classes, after study session. Only the parents or guardians are allowed in the students' rooms. That's just for safety for all of our students. And then non-parent and guardian visitors have to stay in our lobby or outside. All visitors have to sign in and sign out. And then the residence hall director can ban any visitor for not following rules or causing disruptions at the halls.
Yeah, so a parent, or guardians in the room or online, if you wanna like, hey, I'm coming through town, I wanna pick up my student and go get pizza or ice cream or whatever, that's totally fine, just like we said, give us a heads up. And the best time to do that is like between the 5 and probably 7:30 time during the week. If it's on a weekend, check our calendar, please, because we're usually out and about a lot on the weekends, and you might show up and then we're all on a field trip in Milwaukee or something, and then you can't see your student. So just give us that heads up a couple days ahead of time. All right, residence hall security and off-campus restrictions. So because the students are underage, the state of Wisconsin, or actually UW system that we're part of, our campus is part of, has youth protection policies, and they do not allow anybody under the age of 18 to be by themselves really ever. So we escort students to and from classes to the different buildings. There's always staff with them if we're going on a field trip. Staff supervision in the residence hall. Going off campus during free times, like a lot of popular thing to do after classes, to go to Starbucks and spend all our stipend money. So if you want to do that, that's fine. You just have to have a staff member who has enough kids that want to go do it, and they can take you. With the Dunkin' Donuts is right there by campus. That's another one. If you want to go to the grocery store and get some snacks for your room, you can do that. You just have to be with a staff member. Okay. Again, parents can sign students out, if we have, advance notice. Let's see. The residence hall doors are always locked. So when you come to the residence hall, there's a phone you can call, or, you can call that, upward bound number. There's usually somebody in the lobby. It's always usually there to let you in. All right. Let's see, cell phone security alarms. So we have what's called motion detectors, and then like these little alarms that we put in the stairwells and by the elevators at night and on outside doors. And so if a student is like leaving the floor or going into a part where they're not supposed to be after hours, it'll be like a big loud, obnoxious, like siren kind of situation. And the staff will have to come out and be like, what's going on, what's happening, and a bunch of code in it. So sometimes that happens because a student might be having an emergency, that's fine, but like if you can't be like wandering all over the place after lights out, basically. And it's also to protect anybody else who might be trying to come into the residence hall as well.
Yeah, so this is a checklist of items to bring. I think you already got one as well from Cindy. I just want to note that our science labs, every time the students are in there, they have to wear closed-toed shoes and long pants. And so if you can bring something like that, that would be awesome. Students, if you can bring your Chromebooks or your own device to use in the summer for a 5-week, that would be good as well, because our iPads are kind of old. So sometimes they don't work as well. So if you have your own devices, that would be better.
Bedding, we do not provide bedding. You have to bring your own sheets and towels and blankets and pillows. So some families wonder like what kind of size bed sheets can I get? If you can find the twin extra long, I think Kohl's has them. I'm not sure if you know Walmart has them. Yeah, if you cannot find them, don't sweat it. You can still put on a twin bed sheet. You just have to kind of stretch it a little bit. So yeah, whatever you want for your bedding is fine. Again, there's laundry about once a week, so make sure you're washing that stuff too. Your towels, bring whatever you want, a shower caddy that's good for walking down to the bathroom. Summer clothing, obviously, make sure you have a swimsuit, rain gear. If it's raining outside, we're going to class. So, and the only way we're staying inside is if it's like severe weather and they don't want us going anywhere, so.
Yeah. We do have a talent show.
Yes, we will, for freshman focus and the 5-week, we are going to have a talent show. You're not required to participate. We don't make somebody do something they don't want to do. But if you want to bring like a musical instrument, or if you have like a dance outfit that you want to wear, or whatever you want to use for your talent, you can bring that as well. We obviously don't bring a piano. I mean, we'll have kind of that kind of stuff, but, all right. In regard to the Chromebook, we are communicating with the schools right now about that process, so we'll let students know about, I know in Stevens Point schools, you can just keep it, so that's easy. Yeah, so we'll let students know about that process. All right. All right, some common questions that we get. Again, if you're taking like driver's ed or have to take a summer school course, primarily for like students who are in Stevens Point schools, like I'm gonna go over and take Phi Ed at SPASH, so get that out of the way. Just let us know that stuff ahead of time so we can plan your schedule around that and know how that's all gonna work for you. If you're gonna bring a personal vehicle, it's gonna cost you about $65 to get a parking pass for that, and we can help you figure that out and where to go. And then as soon as you know dates a student might be gone for any planned event, please fill out that form. You can do it tonight if you know already what's going on there. And then as things come up, just fill out that form as you know it. So.
All right, time for Kahoot round 2. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes again. Chloe, do you want to read? What was that? Yes, this one is only 5 questions.
All right, looks like everybody's there. Well, just about everybody is there.
All right, we're gonna start.
Hopefully that's that.
All right, first question. When should you notify UB of dates and times that you have to leave on the weekend? It is by the Wednesday.
At the latest, yeah. Which of these items are you not required to bring if you don't want to? A laptop would be the correct answer. Somebody wants to get in here.
Okay, how do you inform Upward Bound of the dates and times that the student will be leaving for appointments or for weekends?
This is a how. Correct. You fill out the form on our website. However, if you do happen to call the hall direction, we're not gonna be like, go back and fill out.
If parents or guardians need to contact Upward Bound staff, how should they proceed? You should call the hall director, which is that number that we showed you earlier, and then it's the second option.
It won't work till summer though, so if you call that now, you're not gonna get anybody. If you lose your room key, how much money gets taken out of your $20 weekly stipend? It's correct, you lose the whole shebang.
All right, top three.
Mhm. Let's see. Akira
Akira, you'll get a prize on Thursday.
All right. Nice job,
Yeah,
everyone.
good job, everyone. Let's go back. We're almost done. Oh. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys our website. And you can also scan the QR code on that half sheet that Cindy gave you as well. Or you can Google UWSP Upward Bound, or it's www.uwsp.upbound. Okay, once you get there, this is our general homepage. If we have any events throughout the school year, you can scroll down to where it says upcoming events, and I usually have flyers and a mini information box here like I do for these two events. If you go up here, you'll find summer information. That's where you're gonna find all the summer information. So we have these summer dates right here for the freshman focus, and then the 5-week summer session. We have Camp Doc instructions here as well for students that need it, new student directions, and then returning student directions. For our freshmen, this is all of your information. So the schedule that we showed earlier, departure, check-in, checklist of what to bring, and this is the student checkout form. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So every time your student needs to leave for an appointment or for weekends home or anything, you're gonna wanna fill this out for us so that we know we can coordinate and make sure that your student is at the hall when you're there to pick them up. Oops, let's come back. All right, again, that's for the freshman stuff. And then the 5-week summer session, this is all your information. It's the same checkout form, so you can use either this one or this one up here, it doesn't matter. You'll have your daily class schedule, activity calendar, everything, all information you need to know. If you scroll down lower, you'll find the orientation slideshow right here. And then after this, so tomorrow, I will link our new recording here. And then if you need, let's go back up. So we have the summer code of conduct, our rules and regulations, and the communicable disease policy right here. And then if you need the Allen Fitness Center permission slips or the contract, you can find that here as well. So it might be faster if you come here and find the information on our website rather than emailing us, because we're not always in our office. So any questions on our website? Awesome.
Okay, before we open up the floor for questions, I just wanna, we didn't have a slide about this, but I just wanted to let parents and guardians in here know that Upward Bound can be a life-changing experience for your student. We've seen a lot of students start out like really shy and really timid, and then by the end of the summer program, they're outgoing and, you know, they don't want to leave, and they made a lot of good friends, and they're like a little bit confident in themselves. So, if your student should get homesick, which will happen, because sometimes this is the first time they're going from home. You know, if they're calling you or they're texting you, we just really encourage parents and guardians not to cave into that, okay, I'm gonna come and get you. We really want the students, like especially in the freshman focus week, sometimes it's hard for those students to make it through that week because they miss their pets and their family, and their friends are off, you know, singing out the beach all day and whatever, and they're like, what am I here going to class and whatever. So we want you to it's just it could be a life-changing experience, and you're all on your road to going somewhere with your life post high school, right? You all said that you wanted to go to college someday, so we're here to help you get there. So parents, please, would do everything we can to make your student get adjusted and feel welcome and that they belong. Nobody would be in this room right now if we didn't think you could do it. So students, also, if you are feeling homesick and you feel like if anything's happening that you feel is not going right, you need please just tell a staff member so we can try to resolve the issue versus we don't want you giving up and just going home. So I think if you stick it out, it'll be one of the better decisions you've made in your life. So with us up to this point. So I think because we've had some, issues with everybody online hearing this, we will send out we will be sending out, recording to everybody online and, to everybody who can be here tonight, so. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we went over? We went through a lot of stuff, so no question is a silly question. You can put it in the chat online if you have a question about anything we went over. We ask really that students academically, just try your best. We're not expecting everybody to be rock star students academically. So we just want you to have that mindset up. I want to try, I want to get better, and I want to do the best work that I can. So as long as you're putting forth the effort, sincerely and asking for help and, you know, using the resources, you're not going to go wrong. So if you're in here thinking, I don't think I can do this, you can. Like, again, you would not be sitting here if we didn't think that you could do it. So. What was a question on? Maybe I can. Okay, can we what? Oh, a student asked if we could go fishing. Yes, if you can get a staff person to go with you, like to that sort of thing. Yeah, and it's another free time thing going on. Where can I update health insurance in Camp Doc? I think, is there an insurance? There's an insurance section, I think, in there. Yeah, I think you can take a photo or upload like copies of your card. Also, we can also enter that for you on your first day when you get here. We could take a picture of it and upload it ourselves too, but I think you should just be able to go in there and take a photo and upload it. It's currently not available. I guess I'll ask from the Camp Doc people what the heck's going on with that then, because you're supposed to be able to go in there and update that. Yes.
Like this program for this year, if they want to go next year, how are they qualified if they want to like the program for cheap?
Once you're in the program, you're in the program forever.
Okay.
Yeah, one's an upward bounder, always an upward bounder. No, so we are, so yeah. Yeah, so we're a voluntary program, so if at any point the students like, this is not for me, it's not working out, or whatever, you can just tell us that, please tell us that, just don't ghost us, like don't show up for stuff or not communicate with us, because we have other students who want to get in, so we can always replace students with new students. So, but as long as you're, you know, maintaining good, our minimum grade point average was 2.5. And we do have wiggle room in there, so don't freak out if you're like falling below that a little bit. And coming to events and you're staying engaged, we keep doing the program, so. Every year you do have to sign a new contract saying, yes, I'm gonna commit to doing this, but it's not, you don't have to do that paperwork every single year is what I'm saying, yeah. That's only a punishment. Yeah.
And you want to have like water. After
Mm-hmm.
something. You take the hand over and you take the Fremont Street.
Oh, take it to Hanson Hall, please. Like, just like, you can call Megan or whoever, yeah, and just say, hey, I'm dropping stuff off. Or you can even let your student know, and then they can tell a staff member, hey, my parents dropping by some water at this time. We'll make sure that they get it to them. So, good question. That happens a lot. The Upward Bound staff does accept like cookies and treats and stuff like that too, so. Yes. Any other questions? Your kids are in good hands, I will promise you that, yeah. Oh, sure. So money, so that in addition, like they can have as much spending money as you are willing to give them. I don't recommend large amounts because again, kids can be careless with their money and like leave it on a dresser, coffee table, and all of a sudden it's gone. So, you know, I wouldn't give them a lot of money all at once. But yeah, like when we're on field trips and things, if they want to have money for like souvenirs or buy a t-shirt or whatever, they can have money or, there's a Dollar Tree not that far from the residence hall. Sometimes they walk over there and they get a bunch of snacks and stuff for their room. They can do that. Yeah. Any other questions? If you think of something later, you can always email us as well. Yeah. Pardon me? Anything in chat? Okay, well, maybe we'll just send this out to everybody too in case. Oh, how many people in each room? Good question. So you'll probably most likely have a roommate. So there's 2 people in each room. I think the freshmen, we didn't really give you an opportunity to sign up for a roommate. So if there's somebody you do want a room with, please just drop us an email and say, hey, this is so-and-so, me and so-and-so want a room together if possible. Great. So it's 2 people max. If we have an odd number of students, then there might be somebody who gets a single room, and those quite frankly are gonna go to students who are gonna be seniors. Or somebody who, has to have a single room for some apparent reason. So yeah. Also with the residence hall room, I lost my train of thought. I forgot where I was going with this. Yeah, keeping it clean, taking out your trash and all those kind of things. Remember, when you're living with a roommate, you have to respect that person's privacy and how they like to do things too. So with that. Any other questions? We don't generally allow like roommate switches. So like if there's a conflict, because sometimes when students say, I don't know about my best friend, well, then after like a week or 2, you might not be best friends because somebody's habits are like totally annoying the other person. If you want to be your best friend, that's fine. But if you're not getting along, we generally, because in college, they don't let you switch roommates unless it's some kind of like serious thing. So if we're having a roommate conflict, then we kind of just talk about it and try to work out some kind of compromise here so you guys can coexist. Yeah. Okay.
All right, thank you everyone for coming. We will be around for a couple of minutes if you have any questions. Otherwise, thank you again. We're excited to start with you guys in the
Mhm.
summer. And good luck for the rest of the school year.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So you have to remember to stop recording.